Hello and welcome to Fractal Model 20.12. We are really excited about this version of the Fractal model. I'd like to go over some of the updates. There are 4 main updates. The first one has to do with automatically populating the applications depending on the ISO. The second, we are going to give you recommendations on battery chemistries as far as density. For the third, we are incorporating our pricing calculator. For those of you who we have emailed the pricing calculator separately, now it's integrated. And for the fourth, we have brought back the footprint calculator, and it is part of the calculations for footprint, and it is integrated with the density. Let's get started. Here's Fractal Model 20.12. Please watch other videos if you need a longer introduction or if you need to get caught up with other updates. By default, the Fractal model comes AC coupled solar plus storage. You can see in our dispatch we are charging from solar and then we do a discharge at night. I'm going to change it to a BESS only by turning off the solar. Now because there's no solar, there's no charging. So I'm going to turn on the dispatch, and for a project in California, this is a pretty nice dispatch. We have, at least for now, a decent rate of return. We're doing a 4-hour shift and taking advantage of LMPs. The first update allows you to change ISOs and automatically populate applications, and it will change your stacks for you. So if we come in and instead of KISO, if we go to ISO New England, then all these things change. We can see that the duty cycle needs to be updated, so we click here. We update that duty cycle. Changing the duty cycle allows us to compare similar business models across ISOs. If you notice in KISO, this business model works really well, whereas in ISO New England, it's not as hot. We could do things like incorporate ancillaries. With this 4-hour battery, we could do a 3-hour arbitrage and then do spin in between. We have a certain rate of return. If we go back to KISO, and remember to update the dispatch so you could take advantage of the duck curve, well, now you see how much different the rate of return is. So that's the first update. The second update has to do with battery densities. And what happens as you change the battery chemistry, and let's go to an NMC pouch, notice that the density changes. If we try one more, we have different densities. The third update has to do with incorporating Fractal's pricing curve, and that is just right here. What's happening is we're taking a survey of all the proposals we've gotten for different CODs, and we're extrapolating to give you an estimated price. In this case, you see that this price is a little bit higher. You can compare this one against this one. Perhaps what we would do is we would come in and maybe put a battery price of this, and this gets us a lot closer. The last update is the footprint calculator. If you were with the Fractal model a year or so ago, you may have noticed that we took it out. Now we're bringing it back, and it's important because we need to know how much land the site footprint's going to take, and it gives us a really good idea of the spacing. Depending on the size of the inverter, the density of the batteries, you're going to use more or less land. So those are the updates for the Fractal model 20.12. Please let us know if you have any questions. We are happy to do demos. And of course, if you need any help with modeling either standalone storage or hybrid systems, please reach out. Thank you.